international update, what we are picking up with tensions that continue to remain on the rise in Syria. Rebel forces in Syria have pressed a lightning offensive against Assad's government, where over lakhs of people have been affected, and India on its own has now raised an advisory to its citizens to avoid visiting Syria. The Ministry of External Affairs issued an advisory to citizens to avoid all travel to Syria until further notice, as the ministry has urged Indians in Syria to leave the country at the earliest. Indians in Syria are requested to remain in touch with the Indian embassy, and emergency numbers, helpline numbers and email IDs that have also been provided on part of the government of India in view of the situation that is prevailing in Syria. This advisory that has now been issued, which also goes on to say that those who can are advised to leave by the earliest available commercial flights, and others are requested to observe utmost precaution about their safety and restrict their movements to the minimum. Well, let's get in a word from Rishabh right now. Rishabh, with the prevailing situation in Syria, rebel forces taking on the Assad government, India has now issued an advisory for its citizens.
Well, definitely last 1 week, lightning offensive across Syria aiming to overthrow President Bashar al-Assad has taken place. And now India has issued an urgent advisory where it has urged Indian nationals to leave Syria at the earliest if they can, and if they cannot leave, they are asked to stay indoor with minimum movement and with utmost caution. Also, helpline numbers have been issued by Indian government, but yes, the way things have panned out in last 1 week has sent out chills, and the government of India as well as other governments as well. India has around 90 nationals who are in Syria right now, and India says that they are concerned about Indian nationals in Syria.
All right. Thank you very much, Rishabh, for joining in. As far as India, that has now issued advisories for its citizens there to avoid travel and who are there already in Syria to leave as soon as possible.